I want you to sit back and try to think about yourself as a younger child. Try to imagine a world without magic, wonder, and adventure. Without the dream of Walt Disney, the entertainment industry would not be as we know it today. His famous quote, "All of your dreams come true if you have the courage to pursue them." Try to put this quote into perspective of your own life. Can you think of any dream that you kind of shied away from due to fear or any minor setback? A trip through Walt Disney's life will give you the inspiration to follow your dreams, no matter how distant they may seem. Walter Disney was born on December 5th, 1901, to Elias and Flora Disney in Chicago, Illinois. His dad was a carpenter, a farmer, and a builder contractor, while his mother was a public school teacher. Walt Disney had 4 siblings. He had 3 brothers and 1 sister. At a young age, Walt Disney and his family moved to Missouri, and this is mainly where he spent most of his childhood. His artistic career began to spark at a young age when a neighborhood doctor asked Walter to draw him a horse. At the age around 7, Walter Disney began to sell doodle pictures of animals and nature to any family or friends and neighbors to help provide an income for his struggling family. His family tried to push him away from this direction as they believed cartoon drawings and animation would not make him a living, but little did they know he would become very famous for this. During Walter Disney's high school career, he would draw cartoon figures for his school newspaper, and he also kind of grew an interest in acting and performing small skits. In 1918, Walter Disney attempted to enlist in the military as a soldier, but he was rejected because of his age. He was only 16 at the time. So he actually decided to forge his birth certificate and join the Red Cross as an ambulance driver. When he returned in 1919, he began to pursue a career in commercial art. This is where he began to publish short animated films for small companies, and he would finally meet his main partner, Ub Iwerks, at this place as well. These two worked together at the Kansas City Film Ad Company for several years, and then they decided to actually start their own business known as the Iwerks Disney Commercial Artists. This is where they developed small fairy tale skits, also known as laughograms. This is where the famous Alice in Wonderland first started to develop, but back then it was actually known as Alice in Cartoonland initially. Unfortunately, the company only lasted for a few months. It actually went bankrupt, which was just another setback in Disney's career. At age 22, Walter Disney and Ub Iwerks set out for Hollywood in hopes of starting the Disney Brothers Studio with his brother Roy, who was already there in Hollywood. This is where Walt Disney met his lifelong partner, Lillian Bounds, in 1924. Disney Brothers Studio again had another setback with their first cartoon distributor known as Margaret Winkler, who actually stole their idea on a cartoon known as Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, and also they took their employees. So Walter Disney was faced with the ultimatum. Either he accept a reduced pay and working fee, or he would have to leave the studio. And actually Walt Disney and Ub Iwerks left. So right away, the Disney brothers and Iwerks started working hard on developing a new character that is actually still popular today, known as Mickey Mouse. Originally, Walt Disney named him Mortimer Mouse, but his wife suggested maybe they should go with something more friendly, as this was supposed to be a character for children, so they both decided on Mickey Mouse. His career with Mickey Mouse actually took off fairly quickly, and Walt Disney and his team introduced sound into his animations. This actually sparked the industry, and a popular film known as The Steamboat Willie was a huge hit in 1928. Six years later, and many successful animations produced by the Walt Disney Studio, Walt decided to push his career a little bit further and announce a first full-length film. As you know, as from the picture above, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Many people, including his brother and his wife, doubted him, and they, pushed him to not go for this first full-length film. But millions of dollars later, and 3 years later, in 1937, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs became the most successful motion picture of the year. Walt Disney's dream didn't stop there, obviously. One Sunday, while watching his 2 daughters play at a park, he decided to, just sit on the bench, relax, and he actually dreamt up the idea of Disneyland. and you can actually see the bench here in the lower picture. He wanted a place where adults and children could go, have a fun time together, and explore a magical place. So in 1954, the first Disneyland opened. But unfortunately, Walt Disney passed away from lung cancer in 1966. But I think it's awesome. Now, 53 years later, we are still celebrating Walt Disney's life by remaking his famous films such as The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Dumbo, and The Jungle Book. And, it's Walt Disney's perseverance that drives individuals like myself to pursue a career that they have always dreamed of. Thank you.